Oops, I
Are you
dropped
such
something.
a spastic that you can't hold on to something, huh?
Would you shut up when I'm picking
Alright,
this up?
What are you doing?
I'm punishing you.
Punishing me for what? Well, you did steal 10 seconds of 13 songs in your latest video. Well, I was reviewing music. How else can you not just expect your viewers to already have listened to it? Just expect them to have heard it? What are you talking about?
Come on, there must be something we can do. Please let me just use 10 seconds.
I'm just gonna fuck you again. Don't do that.
All right?
Don't do that. Yeah.
I'll figure something out.
Yeah, you better.
Without further ado, let's continue the tier list, and I will still be ranking the songs based on 3 factors: headbang effect, repeatability, and use in the movie. And thanks to YouTube, I can't show you the songs one by one like I did in the last video. Thank you, YouTube. And the next song on the list is On Die Gone Hide Unloved Syntriaxia. It is there. It's used as the planet where Yondu has sex with some robotics. Let's just call it that. I think the song matches the planet, but if you just take the song at face value, it sounds horrible. This is definitely one of the only ones that absolutely deserves to be in the E tier. But after that comes one of the bangers out of this fucking series, and that is The Chain by Fleetwood Mac. The guitar solo that's in the beginning is just pure headbang effect, like the purest amount you can probably get. And then there's also the use in the movies, where it's used twice. It's used as a background music where they fix the ship, but it's also used in the final scene where Peter battles his father, and it's just great. I'm just also able to listen to this song on repeat like forever. It's insane. It's insanely good. I think it's actually S tier. I think it's a masterpiece, yeah. And then coming up, we have Sovereign Nights by Glenn Campbell. Usually when I'm talking about headbang effect, it's like banger. This is more like casual, calm banger. The use in the movie is actually a little bit underwhelming compared to how good the song is. It's when Rocket takes on the Ravagers. The song doesn't really take over. It's more of a background thing. Definite S tier in my opinion. And from banger to banger, right up we have My Sweet Lord by George Harrison. It is used to show off the Ego Planet, and the headbang effect of this song is just, I mean, the guitar, the everything, it's just, and even the song. I mean, I've been able to listen to this on repeat. I didn't really think that this was one of the good ones before starting making this video, but discovering it, I've just been able to listen to it over and over again. It's not really a masterpiece, and the reason being it's not really up there in like headbang effect. It doesn't really want to make me dance. It does make me want to sing along, but like definitely an A tier banger for me. And then Guardians of the Galaxy just keeps knocking out of the ballpark. Coming up is Come a Little Bit Closer, You're My Kinda Man. And the use in this movie is just superb. It makes me want to feel alive. It's when Yondu and Rocket escape from the Ravagers. Such a good fit. It's such an amazing scene, and I love how James Gunn took like the ship and then filmed it from above, and it's like you can just see the arrow flying around everywhere. It's magnificent. Definite S tier. Next up we have Bring It On Home to Me by Sam Cooke. It's a great song. It's very romantic. In the use of the movie, it's perfect. The way Peter tries to dance with Gamora and everything, it's just great. The song itself is not really something I would listen to on repeat, and for that reason I'm thinking it's going in the C tier. I'll listen to it once in a while. Ooh, but then Guardians of the Galaxy comes back with Wham Bam, Shang-a-lang and Sha-la-la-la thing. The use in the movie is actually one of my favorite ones. You know, everything is going down on the planet of Ego, and then you have Craggling in the ship. Soup. Good soup. Wouldn't really call it a masterpiece because I don't think it's on the level of the other ones, but it's definite A tier. It's definitely a banger. Now the song Father and Son. I know I usually say that this is not my type of music, but it's just incredible in this movie. And the use, you know, Yondu's death and funeral and stuff, it's just absolutely incredible. It's so tear-jerking and so great that I cannot put it in anything else than A tier. Alright, next up is Surrender by Cheap Trick. And I would have to say that I hate this song. And it's not for any reason. It's not for like the song being bad or how it's used in the movie. It's actually from another show called New Girl. And there's this horrible character named Jess. And she would sing along to it as a child. It's like a flashback, like a horrible Family Guy flashback story. And yeah, it's ruined everything about this song for me, so it's also going in the E tier. We also have this weird disco theme of the Guardians theme, and I'm not really into it. It's kind of cool that they actually had David Hasselhoff in it. It's still going in the E tier for me. I'm never gonna listen to this song ever. Oh, but then we have Rubber Band Man by the Spinners. And let me just say, it's a crime that we didn't get James Gunn's music more in Infinity War than just the introductions to the Guardians. I mean, it is so great. And this is one of my favorite songs of all time. The Rubber Band Man is just so catchy. I could listen to it until the day I die. And of course, it's going in the masterpiece tier, S tier. We're now at the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And for good measure, I won't explain how it's used in the movie unless it's like really huge and everybody knows about it. And that's just to avoid spoilers, because it's such an amazing movie that you should see it. If you haven't done it, you should see it. It must soon come out in Disney Plus or something, because it's a criminally good movie. It's very different from the other Guardians of the Galaxy movies in tone, and that's all I'm gonna have to say about it. Alright, first off, we have Creep by Acoustic Radiohead, and I will say it's a good song. Actually, that's a lie. It has a very good opening, but I feel like once he starts singing, I just don't want to listen to it anymore. So for me, I don't even want to hear it once in a while, so it's going in the D tier. Crazy on You by Heart. It's a very good song for the few seconds where it's used in the movie, you know, the Adam Warlock meme, but like the rest of the song is so mid. It's actually borderline bad. I would say that I don't like the singing, I don't like any other of the guitar playing than just those, 10-20 seconds. So for me, just because of the golden use in the movie, I'll listen to it once in a while. I'll put it in the C tier. Next up is Since You've Been Gone by Rainbow. And I'll say this song is very, very solid. I can't remember how it's used in the movie. I can just remember that it was okay, and I'll put it in the playlist. So, B tier. Next up is In the Meantime by Spacehawk. And it's an alright song. I don't really want to dance, sing, or like bob my head, tap my foot, nothing. I don't really feel anything listening to it. I wouldn't hear it on repeat either. And the use in the movie I can just remember is very good. It's when they're out in the space, and it just fits perfectly. And once again, James Gunn just has that gift, right? So I'll put it in the C tier. I'll listen to it once in a while, or at least how they're used. Can you hear this? Reasons by Earth, Wind and Fire. I really don't like this song. There's just something, I don't like the singing. I don't like how the instruments are used. I'm not really gonna listen to it ever. So that's a straight D tier for me. Do you realize by the Flaming Lips, it probably has one of the worst starts that I've ever heard in a song. It goes like 1, 2, 3, and then it starts and it's, oh, that is so bad. I mean, I kind of like the guitar playing that comes up after that, but there's not much more else I like in the song, so I guess it's going in the D tier. We Care a Lot by Faith No More. This song has a very good headbang effect, like the drums and the guitar, everything just works out. And I'll put it definitely straight in the playlist, so B tier. I'm Always Chasing Rainbows by Alice Cooper. I really don't like this song. It's just not my cup of tea. It's far way too slow, and the piano. Usually if I want to hear piano, it still needs to be a little kick in it. Not like these slow songs. That's just not for me. So for me, this is going in the D tier. Alright, No Sleep Till Brooklyn by Beastie Boys. And if it comes to rock music, this is definitely the kind of rock music that I would if I had to listen to rock music, this would be the kind of rock music I would listen to. So for that reason, it's going in the B tier. And now for one of the big surprises in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. It does bring home a masterpiece in the form of The Dog Days Are Over by Florence. This song is just so good, while also being extremely relaxing, and just that start with the ukulele is just pure bliss for me, and I could listen to this song on repeat for days. I actually have. S tier. On our exiting note, we have Badlands on Bruce Springsteen. It's an alright song, I just don't like the singing. I guess I'll put it in the C tier, because I would listen to it once in a while. And that does it.
Raindrops are falling on my head, and just like the guy whose feet are too big for his bed. Nothing seems to fit. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling.